All right, welcome back. You're still watching TV47. This is TV47 Breakfast. My name is Freddy Ndimuli. The discussion this morning has nothing else to do, actually, apart from the fuel crisis and the fact that matatu operators have begun their strike this morning. Roads are empty. Just a look at Thika Road, there are no vehicles there. The latest update from one of our reporters is that in some areas, quite a number of matatu, some areas actually, there are people who have leaked tires, blocking roads, meaning that despite the fact that matatus have gone on strike, private motorists too have not been allowed to use the same roads. And that's the conversation we're having this morning, and what this will mean for this economy. This morning we're privileged to have in studio Paul Thiong'o, who's a chairperson for Travelers. This is a matatu circle that operates within the city. Bwana Thiong'o, karibu sana. This is the second time in about a month I'm hosting you with the same discussion. And probably let's start from the perspective of a matatu operator. Because immediately after the announcement by April last week, we saw that matatus hiked their fares by 50% almost immediately. And many are wondering, okay, fine, if you already did that, then why the strike today?
Oh, thank you very much, and the fellow viewers. Actually, it is true that we announced that you're hiking the price by 50%, which was not a reality. And that's the reason whereby we have decided to down our tools. And I really appreciate my fellow operators and motorists, because our strike today, at least you can say, is 95% successful, how we wanted to deliver. So we believe that this strike, we are the main casualty, because we shall lose whatever used to get from operations. You understand that those vehicles belong to the finance, so we are losing a lot when you are going to the strike. But let you understand that despite that you announced that you're hiking the price, the challenge here is the common one each have a problem, does not have a finance to be able to support that increment. So we can have a way to announce increment of the fare, but the fact remains that the common mwananchi does not have that fund to be able to support that.
Because you say you increase the fares, but you also say it is not a reality. What do you mean by that? By Friday, there are people who reported that some routes that were probably previously charged about 100 bob, they were now paying 150. When you say it is not a reality, what do you mean? Okay,
the fact remains that we tried to adjust the price, but the fact remains that where I used to offer the service with the 100 shillings, we only added 20 shillings. That's the reality on the ground. Where I used to give a service with the 120 shillings, we just adjusted with that shillings. That is allowed 20% increment, whereby it is not be able to accommodate this increment. So in a nutshell, I just wanted to mean that Kenyans are not ready. Not that they are not ready, they are not able to cover the difference between the increment of the fuel, and as well, we are not ready. We cannot be able to accommodate that increment.
What was the immediate reaction by commuters and passengers once you hiked the fuel, the commuter fares? What was the reaction? Did you experience fewer passengers, or people going for other probably cheaper, riskier transportation modes, or did we get more people now walking on the roads? What was the reaction?
Okay, the reaction is that the people used to carry on a daily basis, eventually they have come our partner, they have come our friend. What they are doing is negotiating. They are negotiating with the conductors, they are extending their negotiation to us. We are getting a lot of calls as the owner of the matatu that, oh, we cannot afford this, because look at some extent whereby we find that someone is operating from the town and is being paid 500 shillings in an exhibition. And you have been able to be paying, maybe let us say from Kayore to town, or maybe from Githurai to town, you have been paying 50 bob or 70 bob. You cannot increase that person from 50 to 100 shillings. Because if you can do a small mathematics that he's getting 500 shillings from where he has been employed, and he has been apportioning 100 shillings to pay for the fare, you cannot tell that person should be paying 200 shillings out of 500 shillings. It is not applicable. He cannot be able to manage unless he left that work. Yeah.
Wow. Allow me to welcome Wakili Joshua Kipto into this conversation, and also Martin Shomba, who's the chairperson